Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's October 11th, 2010. It's Columbus Day holiday for most people. Banks, post offices are closed, but the grain markets and the commodity markets are open, and we've got certainly excitement here. After Friday's USDA report at 902 million bushel carryout for corn, that was a huge surprise, and that has caused a tremendous amount of buying come into the commodity markets. We've seen it on Friday when we were a limit up. They increased the limit to 45 cents on corn. We hit that limit overnight. We were there for most of the night, right close to the end of that night session trading. We did come off a limit here in the December contract. Some of the other contracts were off a little more, but we did have an 8-cent range in the December corn. The other commodities following the trend of the corn, soybeans 45 to 50 higher, a 34-cent range there overnight, and wheat market 6 to 8 higher with a 25-cent range overnight. So the markets are being influenced by what's happening in the corn. Corn number was extremely friendly. Soybean number at 260 was, or 265 million carryover there. Certainly not a tight situation, but enough to get the trade excited that we've got to ration supplies, and that's been the buzzword in the last several days. Is we've got a ration now because we've got such a tight supplies, and that we could see and begin to see the effects of that already today. And something that we're watching very closely is what's going on in the livestock market. On Friday we had strong prices in D's contract on back, which we need to see here today to show us that we are starting to ration some of our demand. And if we see some weakness here in these nearby contracts, and we should, because of we should see some liquidation in the cattle industry and also in the pork industry, and that would indicate that we're starting to ration even at these prices. And I think that's something that we're watching very closely, because the close today could certainly give us an indication of where we go here the rest of the week. Other news, China has said that they have, the China ag minister says that they're going to produce 166 million metric tons of corn. That's 11 million more than 155 they produced last year. Harvest in soybeans could be as much as 65% complete in the USDA report this afternoon. And also there's reports out of Ukraine that Ukraine wheat producers are getting the wheat in the ground. Their winter wheat plantings are right on schedule and actually ahead of schedule. So they look like they're going to plant their I think it's 8.4 million hectares of winter grains. That's going to get in the ground just fine. And imagine that, even though it's been a little dry, but price can certainly impact the psychology there, the producer. So markets look like we're going to be a lot stronger. In the grain markets here today, we expect a tremendous amount of volatility. And if you want to, if you got any questions about where you should get in or out, give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you about that. In the livestock trade, as I mentioned, the key is going to be the close today. If we see these spreads starting to move a lot or widen considerably, where the nearby will lose ground to the deferred contracts, that could give us an indication that we're already seeing some rationing, and the idea that liquidation is hitting this market. Cutout values in pork on Friday was up $2.67. That's certainly a reason for the supportive action in futures. $75 right now in the D's contract should provide some resistance. 71.90 as support. In the December cattle, $100 is technical resistance with support around that 96.60 area. The cutout values in beef not showing any signs of improvement there yet. Down 17 on the choice, down 58 on the select. So we've got to clean up these inventories of beef, and a bit concerned about the demand and the overall supply if we start to liquidate some cattle. If you got any questions, give us a call here today at 800-262-7538. It's going to be a very volatile day. Use protective risk management and put those stops in to safeguard your strategies. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.